Kwazambia African TV. All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This is Franck Ebang. I'm your host for Kwazambia African TV. This is your media group. This is the platform we talk about what's going on here in a community in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm here and I'm happy to have all of you following us right now. I have special guests today. We'll be talking about a lot of things of importance as far as your life and as far as the community goes around. So thank you so much again for tuning. Welcome to Kwazambia Africa TV. For those who are watching from the United States, from Africa, I say asante, I say hello to you. So today I have Jack. Jack is here. He's going to talk to us about how important it is for you to have coverage. I mean, I'm talking about live coverage. It's a subject we've been talking about in the community for a while now, and we have a special moment with Jack, who are very knowledgeable about insurance, and so he can talk to us about how important it is for us to get covered. I also have Danielle. Danielle is the program chair of the Leadership Africa Summit. We will be talking about the event as well and find out what you need to do to be an attendant of that event today. How are you today, Danielle?
I'm doing wonderful.
You look beautiful, though.
Thank you.
Jack, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
All right, thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate it.
How's the weather treating you?
It's cold. You can see I got my jacket on inside.
It's still cold.
How about you, Jack? How's his weather treating you today?
I've lived in Canada. This is okay.
So you can beat it.
This is all right.
All right, thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you. I know that it hasn't been really easy to make it, but we are here, so we can talk to our people about what is important for them to know today. So, Jack, let's start with you. Life insurance, life coverage. It's been a subject in most of the events that I have attended to the community today. Mm-hmm. So why? Why do we need to get covered?
So, especially in the immigrant community, most people want to insure only things that they can touch. So, you have a car. Most people will say, hey, I want to insure my car because the law tells me to. You buy a house because it's an investment and I live in it. I want to insure it. And most people will go for medical insurance because I'm going to get sick and I know I need it.
Right.
What no one thinks about usually is what happened when I'm not here.
Right.
And hence, life coverage or life insurance comes into mind. And especially people with responsibilities. You're a dad, you're a parent, you are financially responsible for someone.
Right.
Those are things that most people don't think, okay, if I'm not here.
Right.
The one thing I cannot replace, I can replace my car, I can replace my house. I can even get sick and get surgery.
Right.
But the day the doctor or anybody pronounced me not here anymore,
right,
what happened to my kids,
right,
my family, my house that I bought, that car that I bought, who's gonna take care of it?
Right.
That's why we need to talk about life insurance.
And I cannot say more about that. But Jack, let me get more specific about this issue because, I mean, at Kwazambia African TV, we want to make sure that our people, our community of African, specifically here in Omaha, Nebraska, are aware of what's going on, how important it is to get involved into things like this, getting covered, preparing a future for your children that stay in case anything happens for you. To you. We come from a society that is not very much versed into, the importance of life coverage. I mean, in Africa, if somebody passes, then, we have to start calling relatives around and, trying to pool money together so we can, take care of the deceased estates behind. So how do you approach people from Africa, not familiar with this process? How do you approach us in the community in such a way that we can actually understand that we need to break from that traditional way of doing? How do you do that?
It's first setting up a scene to most of our culture. Say, right, okay, we come from what I call a communal culture.
Right.
Everybody put their hand in. It really does take a village where we're from,
right, for
someone to help one another, right, in a way. But we live more in individualistic culture.
True.
And most people know it. When you come to America, you know this. You can't even go visit your neighbor without calling, texting, and emailing first before you do.
Indeed.
So when a tragedy happened, we all are here under different pressure, circumstances. I remember back in 2005, when we were here and the first student passed away. And as a community, because we come from Africa,
Right.
we all wanted to help.
Right.
But none of our effort, being student, making $6 an hour and not having enough money, wasn't even enough to actually even plan burial,
Right.
or even try to send your body back home,
Right.
for your parents to see.
Right.
So because we live in a very individualistic community, I tell people, if you're not here today, knowing that most of us came here without our family,
Right.
who will take care of your family? That's how the conversation starts. Who will take care of your family? The answer usually is no one.
No one.
Okay. If there's no one, do you have debt? Person go, yes, I owe on my car, I owe on my house. Okay. Who will pay that debt when you are not here? Because the law says the debt doesn't disappear when you're gone. If somebody else have those things in their hand,
Right.
they go, really? Yes, that's what the law says. That's 2.
Right.
And 3, I come, what happened if you have kids and if you have your family, even back home, if you send them money, who will keep doing that when
you're
you're
gone.
not here?
Yes.
And they go, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. So if question 1 is no, question 2 is I don't know, and question 3 is I don't know, what if I can show you a way
There you go.
to set yourself for success,
Right.
and prevent all those things to happen, and the way that you can do it the way you want it done when
Right.
you're not here, almost like a wish list
Right.
when you're not here. Would you want to hear about it?
Right.
Most people go, sure, why not?
Right.
And that's what life insurance is. Life insurance is just you writing your wish list to, if I'm not here today, I
Right.
need A, B, C to happen
Yes.
to my family, to my parent, to this or not.
Right.
With this money that I'm gonna leave you guys.
Right.
That's simple as that.
Jack, thank you so much. Very much appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
You've heard that from Jack. It is very important for our people to get covered. I know it's still a subject, a little bit of a taboo for some people, but we are here. We are here. We live in this community. We live in this country, and we have to get to embrace the realities of the country, which are not all bad. It's all about protecting, securing the future of our people. So let us make sure that you get covered. You reach out to the right person. Jack is here. You certainly will get his contact information so you can get more education about how important it is for you to get covered. It is very important. And to keep up with the words of the moment, if you didn't know, now you know. Danielle, how are you? Haven't forgotten about you.
I'm doing good. I mean, what Jack is talking about is extremely important. You know, a family will come together and they'll come up with a plan. But you don't wanna keep on acting like
Right.
that. You know, one
Right.
thing is to see the light and to ignore it. You know, another thing is to keep on doing what you're doing and getting
That's
the
right.
same results. So
That's right.
I really like what he's talking about. I think that's something for the African community needs to consider.
Right.
To get that life insurance,
Right.
to ensure what's going to happen to your, hers, your children, your family, and all of that.
Right.
So I think it's very important.
Thank you
for
so much.
doing this.
Absolutely. We cannot praise Jack enough for
Yeah,
what he's doing.
he's amazing.
And Jack has been in a community, let's say, one of those powerful and strong advocates about coverage. We get to get covered. Now, let's talk about the Leadership Africa Summit.
Yes.
Now, you are the program chair of the event. Tell me more about the Leadership Africa Summit. I know it started in 2018, but that's about that. What can you tell me about it?
Well, I would say, first of all, the Leadership Africa Summit is an event for people to network.
Right.
Not only to network, but to also learn. You see, when you come to an event like the Leadership Africa Summit, you get to meet with like-minded people.
Right.
And you get to learn about things that you want to learn about. I think there's a diversity about the topics that we talk about.
Right.
There's entrepreneurship, there's education, and a lot more topics that are very important and that each of us are interested in.
Right.
So I think that the Leadership Africa Summit is a movement
Right.
that is very important for us to consider
Right.
because of the way things are going right now. I think
Yes.
all of us have that idea of, I want to start a business,
Right.
I want to get going, but where do I start,
Right.
So by being in a room with like-minded individual like that, you
Right.
get to hear from different people that have done that before, that have
Yes.
been where you want to go, and to learn from them.
Yes.
And,
Danielle, thank you.
and if I can interject,
Yes.
the other thing, being a participant for the last 3 years,
Yes.
the one thing I can say is that the stigma around African getting together
Right.
is always about partying
Right.
or a purpose of partying
Right.
or celebrating something.
Yes.
This is the only place where truly you see networking happening amongst African people.
Right.
And I tell people, it is worth buying one ticket
Right.
to come and sit around hundreds of people
Yes.
that you didn't know, being the only alone person either in your state, in your community, or whatever you come from in the United States, you're like,
Right.
I want to meet more people that want to do things I want to do.
Right.
If I can give you that opportunity for $100 or $150,
Yes.
would you take it?
Yes. Yes.
This
absolutely.
is the only place where we are not here to party.
Right.
We are truly here to talk about a dream and aspiration.
Right.
And I've seen projects today that came to life because of people that met at the African Summit.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, I cannot stress enough how proud and even impressed I am of our community. I mean, we have to sometimes give ourselves a tap on the shoulder, because we've done great though. We have a lot of young entrepreneurs coming out, people meeting up and discussing projects and just trying to do better. And this is something we have to be proud of. So this Leadership Africa Summit event, I know we had one in 2018, at some point 2018.
2018. August 2018.
Right.
And then we had the second edition
Right.
in April 2019.
Right.
And we are having a third edition this year on April 25th. I mean, that's an event you guys don't want to miss.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, I'm excited. The first year I came as a participant, just
Right.
like Jack. The second year I was involved as a marketing director, and this year I'm the program chair. You
Right.
know, I believe in the vision of Marco Leroy.
Right.
First of all, we have to give kudos to that man to dream like that.
Absolutely.
To put Africans like us together that are dreaming of doing bigger things. So
Right.
I think it's important to acknowledge him as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I have to, share this with our viewers out there. Marco Rock is definitely a visionary, one of the pioneers into what I would say African advancement and leadership here in our community. He has got to inspire me. So, credit to you, Marco Rock, for what you're doing. And again, we want everybody to participate. Visit the website. What is that again?
It's 3x
Yes.
afsummit.com.
Right.
So www.afsummit.com.
Now, what's the financial damage to that? How much do I get for the ticket?
Well, I don't think they say. I don't.
You know what I'm getting.
I get what you're getting. I don't think it's a financial damage. I
Yes.
think it's an investment.
Right.
So I think the prices start at $85 for the general ticket, $150 for the VIP ticket, and this year for the first time we have a deluxe ticket that costs $450. Now, what comes with it is access to the day of the summit.
Right.
You'll have the premier seating, you sit in front. You also have access to the gala, but most importantly, there is a high impact masterclass that comes with it a day before the event. And this is a class
love
that
this.
you don't want to miss.
Yes.
Because it's gonna be on sales, it's gonna be entrepreneurship, how to get started and to get going, and we'll have an amazing speaker that day that you guys don't want to miss. I mean, I'm excited for that event. I wish, when I started, I don't know about you, Jack, but I think when we all started, we needed this type of event.
Absolutely.
We needed this type of environment,
Absolutely.
to learn what are the steps, what do I need to do, how do I go about this thing that I want to accomplish.
Right.
So I think this year there's a great program put together. There's a great list of speakers put together as well to help us with that.
Danielle, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
If you put it in better word,
Right.
a knife is sharp, but it takes iron to sharpen iron.
That's right.
And like a knife, every time you cut it, you kind of get dull. So
Right.
you may be good at what you do,
Right.
but you need every now and then somebody else to come in
Indeed.
and sharpen you a little bit.
Indeed.
And what is better to sharpen you than somebody who looks like you,
Tell me more.
being where you are,
Yes.
and know your reality. Because
Right.
the truth is, I go to a lot of seminars, right?
Right.
What I tell myself is, you don't know my reality.
Right.
I'm from African descent. I'm the first one that ever owned a business in my family.
Right.
You don't know my life as a general. You
Right.
don't know my suffering. And I apply it in my business every day when I talk to people. I always tell them, I've been where you are. So what
Right.
I'm telling you is not crazy to me. What you're telling me also is perfectly normal.
Right.
Let me show you a better way.
Right.
And when it comes straight from somebody that understand our reality,
Right.
you're better sharpened than you could ever be.
Right.
Yeah, and to add one last word to what Jack has said, I think a lot of us think of this event as just a business,
Right.
networking event. I met friends there,
You haven't seen in years. That was me. Year 2. I saw
Interesting.
somebody that I
Yes.
haven't seen in
Right.
years.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, are you still in America?
Right.
He's like, yes. Since when? Because I haven't seen you in 10 years. And I come to the African Summit and you were here.
How beautiful.
Yeah. So,
beautiful.
I mean, you get to meet people
A lot of good people.
that I'm telling you, if you feel like you are alone
Yes.
as an African person trying to strive to get somewhere, come meet other professionals that are doing like or better than where you are.
Right, right. Danielle, Jack, thank you so much for being with us and sharing with the community about what's going on in the community and the Leadership Africa Summit. You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. It's an event you do not want to miss. Togetherness. That's where we're getting. You cannot function alone. You need somebody to mentor you. You need an environment that will be able to foster the type of development and improvement you are seeking for. And the Leadership Africa Summit is providing you with such platform. Don't forget, it's very important for you to get your coverage. Think about your family. Think about the things you care about when you're gone. Okay? Once again, thank you for tuning on Kwazambia African TV. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Kwazambia African TV.